Okay, we're back running River on the three-legged pattern blind. This is the fourth day River has ran this drill. This is the third time he's ran off this mound in this location. But I want to note that you can see how much tighter the longer legs are compared to the middle pile of marks. So I'm showing you the tail end of this. I lined them to both the long marks of long piles first, and then to the middle one, and then now what you're seeing here is the first time I'm sending him to the middle and casting out of section to the long right pile. It took a little work, but he did not break down and commit to going back to that middle pile. So you can see that right leg is very tight to the middle shorter bucket. So he cast out of section, took 3 or 4 casts, had to bring him in a little bit, then cast and give him some stronger verbals, but he got it. So very pleased at how he performed here. Okay, now we line up and go for the middle one. So the first time was, no, you're not getting that, cast out, go get the long one. Now I'm just letting him get the middle one. Good dog. Easy peasy. Move the drone so you can see the left one, so we'll send to the middle one again, and then we'll cast out a section and send him over to the left one. So that left pile is at a greater angle, so there's a lot more distance there, so this should be easier. It's not as tight. So again, this is the 4th time he's ran this. I think the 5th time I run this, probably next week. We're going to bring in both of the right and left even closer to that middle pile and see how he does. So I wanted one slightly easier long leg and one slightly more difficult, tighter leg, so that's how this setup went here for today. So an excellent job, cast out of suction, nice angle back, and you probably saw that if you watched the first video, he was having a little difficult on those 45 backs. He would go over, then I had to cast him back. Well, that time I gave him a nice good verbal 45 crisp handle and he took it. So nicely done there. All right, here we go again for the middle. You'll let him have it. You're gonna get it. Come back. Good dog. And then we're going to send for the middle again and cast out of suction, out of that middle pile to the right. So I'm using the ATBs for the middle one so I know he doesn't switch on me. And orange bumpers at one pile and white bumpers on the other long pile. So we're going to stop. Beep. That's it. Good. Turn around and look at me. Give him an over. Beep. Good dog. What a good dog. I was so happy to see him. One cast over, one cast 45 back. He never even turned his head to look at that short pile, and he committed. So he's understanding the drill. And he's having fun here too. I don't even have the transmitter in my hand. What you see in my hand is the controller to the drone. And look how steady that drone is. It's just hovering right there. You'd think it would be on a tripod. All right, so let's see what we got here. We're going to send back to the middle. Good dog. And let him have it. No problem. I'm looking behind me to count and make sure how many of those ATBs are still out there. I think there's one more after this. So good dog. Got the middle one, no problem. We're going to sit down. You'll line him up, send it to him again. Oh no, so we're done with that. So now I'm going to line him to each pile and not have to handle is the goal here. So I'm building momentum because he did such a good job at casting out a section. Now to wrap this up, I like to send to the long one. That's the easy one to the left. Bring him back. And then we're going to try and send him for the long one on the right, which is a lot more difficult because of the close proximity to that middle pile. So you'll see here that it doesn't take me very long to send him, but he really wanted that middle pile. He thought he was going back to the middle, and I had to convince him, no, that you're not going back to the middle. Plug out long. I'm telling him way back here, way back. And then the second he looks at it, locks in, it's like back. And then, yeah, good dog. Oh my God, that was fantastic. Never even looked at the left pile. Blew right by. Look how close that is. So I was incredibly happy with that performance. And now he went long left, long right. Now we're going to bring him in and tell him easy and give him a real soft back. And we're going to get this middle mark, this middle pile here, and he's going to do a really good job. So once he picks that up, I give him a ton of praise, and he just ate that up. He just thought he was the coolest dog on the planet. So this drill has really boosted his confidence, has really given him a lot of good momentum, and I'm being very patient with him, and no collar corrections, not getting in trouble. This was just a fantastic drill to run for the last 4 days. Now I pick this drill back up again next week. I'm definitely going to start to bring in the left and the right even closer to that middle pile, and we'll see how he does. But for now, this is the 4th time he's ran this. This is the 3rd time in this location, and again I have pushed in the right pile closer to the middle, and I left the left one out farther just to get a little bit of a mix to see how he does as we slowly work our way closer and closer to that middle pile. All right, that's the 3-leg pattern blind. That's again River running. We'll have an update on how he does next week, but thanks for watching.